If you're training arms and all you're getting is elbow pain and no muscle growth, you're not the problem, your exercise selection is. So today I'm gonna show you a bicep and tricep workout that builds your arms without beating up your elbows. All right, superset number one we're gonna start the day with is cable bicep curl. I'm gonna do this one today instead of what I would normally do when my joints feel good, which is a barbell curl, just standard barbell curl. Again, the bar free movement is just going to lock you into a movement pattern that might not feel natural, and it tends to ego lifting for a lot of people. So we're going to do this cable curl. It's going to be a lot smoother on those arms. So all we're going to do, slight lean back, everything's locked in, squeezing, coming down. And again, these cables provide constant tension, so you're going to get a super good contraction and a really good pump, keeping those joints safe. With that one, we're going to superset that with a rope pushdown, which I'm going to show you next. We're going to finish that superset off with our tricep movement. So we're going to do rope pushdown. I'm going to show you the alternative I'm doing instead of, I'm doing the rope today, but sometimes I like to do the straight bar. But the reason you don't want to do this if you have beat up elbows is to get the full effect of these cambered bars or these curved bars, to get the full effect on your triceps, you really got to go heavy on them, which sometimes can equate to a lot more stress on your elbow tendon. So you've got to go heavier here, whereas on the rope, you don't have to go nearly as heavy to get the same effect. And you get the added benefit of kicking those hands out, which is going to lead to an awesome tricep contraction. So here we go, 10 to 15. Everything's locked in. Only thing moving is my triceps. My body's locked in. Everything's smooth, these cables, keeping my joints safe. Really separate my hands hard at the bottom. Good stretch with my hands at the top. So you'll superset that cable curl with this push down, going back and forth, 3 sets apiece, 10 to 15 reps apiece, trying to go up in weight every time. Next superset, we're going to lead off with a machine preacher curl. So this is going to be my replacement for the free weight preacher curl. So again, the problem there that people can have is they tend to put too much weight in the ego lift, use bad form, and honestly, I've seen a lot of bicep tears happen there. So this preacher curl machine is really smooth. It's going to keep a lot of tension on those biceps. So I'm just working this one for about sets of 8 to 10. So on these, you want to make sure we're not coming all the way to my arms are all the way straight. Stopping just short of those arms, going all the way straight. And then I'm flexing up and squeezing. Again, nice and smooth. The elbows feel good. We're going to superset that with a machine dip. So I'm subbing these in today for the body weight or free weight dip. So the problem with the free weight, or what do you want to call it, freestanding dips, is it can tend to be a chest movement. You can get out of place, you can get wonky with it. The isolation can go real quickly off of your triceps into your shoulders and chest, and even lead to pec tear. So I prefer to do triceps here for my joints and tricep isolation. So I want to be upright. So I'm not leaning forward, that's going to be chest. Upright, I want to let my elbows come up and flare out, and then pushing down. I only come about halfway up. I'm not trying to come super high with my hands. My elbows come up and back. They flare away from each other, and then I push down and squeeze. And again, this is real smooth on those elbows. Nothing's herky-jerky like you would be on a regular dip. So we're going to do 3 rounds of each of those, supersetting going back and forth, doing sets of 10 to 12. All right, guys, before we move to the next superset, if you like what you see so far, you like workouts that are easy on the joints and effective, subscribe to the channel. All right, next superset, we're going to lead off with a step forward, one-arm cable curl. So think of these as a replacement for alternating dumbbell curls. So what we're going to do here, we're going to step forward, meaning if I'm doing my right hand, I'm going to step my right foot forward. This arm's going to be slightly out in front of me instead of back here, slightly out in front. Squeezing up. And again, these cables are nice and smooth. Just give me a good contraction and a solid pump on every exercise I'm doing. All right, next part of that superset with our biceps, we got our triceps movement, which is gonna be our overhead one-arm cable extension, and this is gonna replace the dumbbell version where you have that dumbbell, we're going here. We're going that same exact motion with a cable. So I'm gonna pull this stopper out, grab right underneath that stopper, coming over my head, getting that elbow pointed straight up. I'm gonna try to act like I'm trying to take my hand and touch my shoulder blade with it. Deep stretch, drive up. Act like I'm trying to touch my shoulder blade, drive up. You wanna put that tricep in a deep stretch and drive it up. And again, a lot smoother than that dumbbell's gonna feel, but still getting a lot of tension on your tri. So we're gonna superset those two. I probably undershot my weight there a little bit, but we're gonna try to go 10 to 12 on each of those. The one-arm cable curl and the overhead cable extension, 3 sets. Move on to the next superset. Last superset, we're gonna end with a bicep stretch curl on this cable machine. So honestly, this doesn't replace anything. I don't know, besides maybe a stretch curl with dumbbells that people don't often do, but I just like the way this feels, and I like getting most bicep workouts with it. So just a good bicep finisher, and it's cables. Again, easy on the elbows. I'm letting my hands come back as far past my body as I can, squeezing it up without moving my elbows. And we're gonna end our day with a leaning tricep overhead extension. So this is gonna replace probably one of the worst things you can do if you have beat up elbows, the skull crusher. So it's almost the exact same motion. We're just getting a deep stretch and driving forward. So again, I used to do skull crushers all the time when I was younger. Too much weight, bad form, just led to beat up elbows and no triceps. So we're gonna step out, put 1 foot forward. We're gonna make sure my elbows are pointing toward the wall, going right in front of me. I'm gonna extend out. I'm gonna stretch my hands back as far as they'll go. Push it out. Everything stays stable except for my elbows. They can kind of stretch up a little bit, push out. Again, almost the same motion as the skull crusher, but a lot safer and more smooth on your joints. So, after you do your 3 sets of stretch curl, 3 sets here, 10 to 15 reps each, that arm day is done. All right, there you have it, guys. You should be done with this workout now with your arms pumped and your elbows feeling good. They shouldn't be beat up and sore the next day, and your arms should definitely grow from this workout. So you don't have to worry about, I'm not doing free weights, so my arms aren't gonna grow. If you pick the right weight and work these exercises correctly, your arms will grow and your joints are gonna feel amazing. If you like this video, guys, subscribe to the channel, and as always, stay swole.